Alright, let's do this from the beginning. Question 1. If I could be a guest star on any TV show, what show would it be? I really thought about this really hard, and it's sort of a toss-up. Because I like the morbid and the strange, so I wouldn't mind being like a victim of something horrible, like a disease or something. So I would say House. That would be like one of those victims. And House is a good show because they always have new victims in every episode. Like new people who are afflicted with stuff every episode. So I would say House. But I'm sort of conflicted as well because I really want to meet Darren Criss, and so I want to say Glee. And if that doesn't get married back, nothing will. So either Glee or House. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, definitely a toss-up between those two. What is my biggest pet peeve? Something that I really don't like is when me and a group of people, we're all going to hang out somewhere. Let's say we all decided to meet at Victoria's Secret on 34th Street. Not that I do that often. Don't judge me. Anyway, so me and my friends are all going to meet on Victoria's Secret on 34th Street at 4:30. And I'm at home at 3 o'clock with two of my friends, and they're not ready to leave, and it's time to leave, and if we don't leave now, we're going to be late. That pisses me off. It's like, whenever I'm with a group and we plan to meet at a certain time, it's always like, everyone's not going to be there at that time because people are going to get ready. And it's sort of like, everybody is held back because of a few people. And I'm of the train of thought that if I'm there and my friends are there who are on time, we should just go and look at whatever we're going to look at in Victoria's Secret without, waiting for everybody else, because it's their problem if they're not on time. You know what I mean? What is one thing that I'm bad at? I'm bad at sports. I'm throwing it out there. I'm bad at sports. I'm horrible at baseball, horrible at basketball, worse at football. I don't like to run or jump or lift weights or do any of that stuff. That's like, psh, like psh, psh. That's a word now. Psh. We're just gonna add that to our vocabulary. Psh. I think that is a word. It's like PFFFT or something like that. One random fact about myself: I like plants, but you guys knew that. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes, but you guys knew that. I like video games. You guys knew that. Damn, let me think about so. Oh, I like to read. Oh, you guys know that. Jeez. Oh, I like rainy days. That's one thing you guys don't know about me. I love it when it rains outside. It's like the perfect day because, yeah, sure, you have to go out with an umbrella. Oh, I got an umbrella. But it's so cool because it's like the wind blows and it's like the humidity's at the right level. When you go outside and the sun's not glaring down at you like a freaking magnifying glass. It's nice. Okay, and so the last part is to make up my own question. If you could get better at one thing, what would it be? Because that's different. That's very different than what are you bad at. Because I'm like not good at sports, but I haven't even wanted to get good at sports. But there are things that I'm not so good at that I wish I could be better at. One of those things is I wish I could play guitar. I just see people playing guitar. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. I have no money to get a guitar. Nobody I know knows guitar, so I can't bum lessons off friends or anything like that. So it's really just weird. It's just something I've always wanted to do, but I haven't had a chance to do yet. So yeah, there's that. So here's my comment question for you guys. And if you want to send this to your friends so they can participate in this too, please do, because this is a survey and I want as many people to participate as possible because this will affect probably my next 3 weeks. Currently, I'm in the middle of reading Stephen King's 4 Past Midnight. It's 4 short novellas by Stephen King. There will be a review when I'm done. But after that, I don't know really what I'm going to read. And I have like 200-300 books that I still have in my closet that I've purchased that I haven't read, and this is not an exaggeration. So I've decided to choose 4 books that would be good contenders for me to read. And I want you guys to choose which one I should read next, because I am going to review it on this channel when I'm done. So in the comment section, just type down the name of the book that you would like me to read out of these 4. The first is A Wind in the Door. It's part 2 to A Wrinkle in Time. You see part 2, A Wind in the Door. Yeah. So if you like A Wrinkle in Time and if you've read this book and you want me to read it, just say down below that you do. The next 2 are sort of Halloween type books. The first is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. yeah, I know everyone says Frankenstein, Frankenstein. I like to say Frankenstein. But Halloween is coming up, and I thought this would be a good read for Halloween. The next one is classic Carrie by Stephen King. I love King. I probably have more King books than anyone else I know. I have, I think, over 50 King books, maybe more. So yeah, definitely a good book. Definitely a good read for Halloween. And the last book is it has a bit of a weird title, but I'm gonna give a little backstory. The last book, it has a bit of a weird title, but it's a good backstory. It's called Sleeping Naked is Green, and it's a girl who decided that every day for an entire year she's going to do one small change in her life that was more green, and at the end of the year she's going to decide which changes were sort of good, which changes were she couldn't live with, you know. And so this is the story of that. It's a true story. Sleeping Naked is Green, and I just thought it was an interesting book to add to this mix because I have a lot of books like this. And I just was wondering, out of these 4 books, Sleeping Naked is Green, Carrie, Frankenstein, and A Wind in the Door, which one would you guys like for me to read? That's about all I have to say, except for the fact that at the end of the video I'm supposed to say, Mary, I'll see you tomorrow, but I don't know if Mary is alive. I actually took it upon myself to do a Google News search. I took her name, copied and pasted it from her Facebook page to Google, and then I clicked on the news tab and I clicked search just to make sure she stayed out of the papers, because if something bad happened it would probably be in the papers, and it wasn't in the papers, so I'm assuming that she's not dead. Mary has given no indication that she is alive, either on our Facebook page, on her Facebook page, or on YouTube, so it's kind of weird. It's like she disappeared off the face of the earth and nobody really knows where she went. It's the great Mary mystery of 2000. So I'll end my video only by saying, Mary, I hope to see you tomorrow, and if not, Aaron, I'll see you on Friday.